Hey everyone, welcome to the Alba Method and day 3 of our Power Up Flow series. So today's session is going to incorporate the entire body, but we're going to be mainly focusing on the upper back, the shoulders, and the arms. Today's flow, you're just going to need your body and your mat. When you're ready, I'll meet you there. All right, today we're going to start in a comfortable seat. So whether that's on your knees or sitting with the legs crossed, you can also grab a block if this is not comfortable for you. But you're going to come facing the top of your space with the hips on the heels, or like I said, with the legs crossed. And just bring the hands resting gently on top of the thighs. And I just want you to find a nice, soft, steady gaze. You can close the eyes here, but relax the neck and shoulders down the back. And just breathe. Come into this space, come into this present moment, and just check in with your body. Releasing some tension between the brow, behind the jaw, and the neck and shoulders. And from here, start to slowly just take some shoulder circles, just some nice, slow, organic movement. Moving in one direction, not too fast, not too slow, and then switching directions, just to bring your awareness to the shoulder head. The back and front of the arm, all the way down to the elbow, into the forearms and wrists, and finally the fingertips. Just notice the arms, the upper back, the shoulder blades. Slowly come back to your center. Gently pause here. From here, I want you to interlace your fingers, and you're going to press your palms out in front of you. So we're pressing away from us as we find a little rounding through the spine, and you can go ahead and tuck your chin and kind of slouch your shoulders here. So feel the shoulder blades moving away from you. Keep pressing through the palms, and then as you inhale, you're going to lift the arms, bringing the biceps by the ears. Move your chest forward, lift the gaze ever so slightly. The tips of the shoulder blades come together. And rather than releasing the belly, think about stretching the belly as you engage the back muscles. Let's do that again. So start to round through the spine, taking the gaze down, pressing through the palms. And then inhale, lifting the chest, lift those arms. Let's do that 2 more times together. Moving with your breath. Pressing the palms away. Last one. And then coming back to center, reach those arms up. And then we're going to bring those arms back out in front of you. You're going to bring the tops of the wrists together. So pressing the tops of the wrists together, the tops of the hands are together, and our shoulders kind of move into this internal space. And again, we kind of want to slouch through the shoulders. We're going to keep the wrists connected as much as we can. As we bend the elbows, bring the fingertips towards us, you're then going to spin the palms to the sky and extend the fingertips out. So now palms to the sky, the shoulders roll back. Let's try that again. So you're going to bend the elbows, bring the hands towards you, fingertips turn in towards the chest, bringing the top of the wrists together and extending through the fingertips, elbows face out. Takes a little getting used to. Try it a couple times and just feel kind of the bones all the way up into the shoulder head rotating as you rotate through the hands, through the elbows, through the shoulders, coming back to center. Good. Go ahead and bring the hands together, this time at heart center, pressing the palms together. So we really want to find some activity. And rather than letting the elbows fall down towards the chest, we're going to take the elbows out to the side. We're going to stretch those legs in just a moment. So be patient. We're going to press each fingertip into one another. So really creating some energy through the chest, through the shoulders. And I feel my entire upper back and upper body turn on here. I'm going to keep that pressure. I'm going to keep that friction between the hands as I rotate my fingertips towards my chest. And then you're going to keep the fingertips pressing together, keeping the elbows in line with each other. Rotate the fingers away. And we want to create this mobility and this rotation all the way up into the shoulder, into the chest. So just notice what you feel and where you feel it. Continuing to press the hands into one another. Finding that energy. And then once the fingertips are facing out, go ahead and extend those arms, and you're going to reach those arms up, lift the chest, and then from here we'll take the hands behind the back, nice and gentle. So just roll the shoulders out a couple times, and then start to slide the shoulder blades down the back as you extend the fingertips or extend the arms. The heels of the hands don't have to touch quite yet. And just roll those shoulder blades back. You can bring your ear down towards one shoulder and the other, whatever feels good here. Just pause, lift the heart, take an inhale. And as you exhale, we'll release that, shake that out. and come into a tabletop position. So go ahead and give your legs a little shake out. Start by stepping one foot back, pressing through the heel. Give that calf a little stretch. Bring some fresh energy back to those legs. Taking some ankle circles, whatever organic movement feels good. And then we're going to set up this tabletop shape. So bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and the hips over the knees, as always. Go ahead and tuck the toes under to start. Give those arches a little stretch, and then press down through the fingertips as you find a few cat and cows here. So just moving nice and slow. Again, just exploring the body, warming up the body, getting us prepared for our flow. Again, just noticing what you feel and where you feel it. And then when you're ready, coming back to a nice neutral position here. So hands underneath the shoulders. Start by pressing through that right hand. You're going to take your left hand out so the palm faces down. You're going to rotate that left arm out to the side. Start to flip the palm, bend the elbow, and bring the top of the hand right to the small of your back. Here we want to roll that shoulder blade onto the back, roll the shoulder back, and press the top of your hand into your back. And then we're going to come back to center, fighting that rotation. Palm is down. Let's do that a few more times, moving with your breath. Just rotating that arm, bending the arm behind you, and then rotating back out in front of you. Good. 3 more. Nice and slow, just noticing what you feel. Make sure you're getting that whole arm involved all the way up into that shoulder blade. Moving with intention, moving with awareness. Good. Last one. And you're going to pause with the top of the hand on the small of the back. Here I want you to just ever so slightly lift the elbow and lower the elbow. Just noticing what you feel. And if that's too much, you're just going to stay right here. Keep pressing through that right hand, keeping the ears in line with the shoulders. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release that. And come back to your center. Take a round of cat and cow, just to notice the difference between your left and your right shoulder. I'm going to turn around so you can see the other side, but you can stay facing forward. So we're just going to switch sides. So rooting down through that left hand, you're going to take your right arm forward. Palm faces down. Start to take that arm out to the side, and then right about at shoulder height, you want to flip that palm, bend the elbow, bring the top of the hand to the small of your back. And watch this. Try not to drop and collapse. We want to stay nice and lifted through the whole body. Bringing that arm back out in front of you, pause. Good. Let's do that again. Bending the elbow, flipping the top of the hand, and then coming back to center, just noticing what you feel. Let's do that a few more times on your breath. Good. Again, moving with intention, moving with awareness. Beautiful. One more time. And then when you get back with the top of the hand to the small of the back, just pause there. Start to lift and lower that elbow. Just notice what you feel. And again, maybe you don't find any movement here. That's okay. We just want to notice what's happening in the body here. And then go ahead and slowly come back to center and release that. And I'll come back to facing forward. And from here, keeping the toes tucked under, go ahead and sit your hips to your heels and just roll out those wrists for a moment, noticing the difference. Beautiful work. Good. From here, we're going to take it all the way down to our belly. So nice and slow, coming onto the belly, bringing the tops of the feet flat. I want you to walk your hip bones underneath you so we find nice low back wide space. Bringing the hands right underneath you so that the thumbs are about the middle of your rib cage. And here we want to do that same thing. Slide the shoulder blades onto the back. Feel those triceps start to get involved. Keeping the ears in line with the shoulders as you inhale, start to lift your chest just a couple inches till you feel that low back activate. Lighten up through the hands and then lift your hands. Float those hands about 2 inches off the mat. Feel what's happening underneath the shoulder blades. Press through the tops of your feet. Inhale and exhale. Good. Again, pulling the belly button off the mat, getting strong through your foundation. Lift the chest. Start to float those hands. Elbows pull up. Shoulder blades pull together. Use your back muscles to lift the chest. Pause and release. Good. One more time. Inhale. Lift up and float those hands. See if you can lift up 1 more inch. Pause. And then everything's going to roll down. So let those shoulders move down onto the mat, releasing those hands. Good. From here, start to press yourself back up to a tabletop position. But we're going to take the knees back ever so slightly. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders so that we're able to take the shoulders over over the wrist, find a slight angle here. Keep lifting up through the heart space and start to come down just halfway, shoulders in line with the elbows. Pause, and then press right back up, getting into those shoulders and into those triceps. Belly stays nice and strong, hips stay drawing towards the mat. Let's do that again. Keep your gaze forward rather than looking straight down. That sometimes helps to keep the shoulders lifted. Coming halfway down, shoulders in line with elbows, and then press right back up. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Just warming up, waking up those arms. Last one. And press up. Here we're going to press those hips back towards the heels, finding a little child's pose here. And just take a breath, notice the difference. And then when you're ready, let's set up our first downward facing dog. So take those hands forward and come into your down dog. Just pause. Take a couple breaths. And just notice what you feel. Stay nice and light through the heels. You can let the head relax between the arms. Press down and forward into those palms. And then start to lift the heels. Start to shift forward to your plank position. Bringing those shoulders in line with the wrists. And then shifting the hips up and back. Moving nice and slow. A few times forward and back. Make those little adjustments as needed. Just exploring these shapes. Good. Find 2 more. Just shifting forward and shifting back. Nothing fancy. Last time, shifting forward and then shifting back. Just pause here. Good. From here, start to reach your right leg up to the sky. Take an inhale. You're going to step wide to a runner's lunge. So taking the foot to the outside of that right hand and bring your back knee down. We're going to take this right shoulder underneath that right knee for a shoulder press or hurdle prep pose. And right here, I want you to drop your chin and press your shoulder into your calf. Press your calf into your shoulder, creating that friction like we did in the beginning of class. Just pause here. Notice what you feel. And then come back to center, bringing that hand back underneath you, reset, pick up that back knee. And now bring that shoulder onto the knee, so pressing that shoulder and knee into one another. And then lighten up through that right foot. Take the leg up high to the sky as you exhale, pulling that knee to the right tricep. Pause. Good, take that right leg up. Good. From here, pull that knee back into the chest. Try to get it to that left elbow, leaning forward, pausing, and then extend that leg up. Let's do that again. Take that right knee to the right tricep. Pause, shift forward. Inhale, leg goes up. Good. Crossing the body, try to touch that left tricep. Shift, and send that leg up. Good. Release to your downward facing dog. Take a breath, and let it go. Good. Switching sides. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. And step wide to your runner's lunge as you exhale. Foot comes to the outside of that left hand. Bringing your back knee down. We're going to take that left shoulder underneath that left leg. Pressing calf and shoulder into one another. Kind of shift forward. Really stand on that left foot. And then drop your gaze. We're really creating this friction between the shoulder and the leg. Good. Coming back to center. Hand comes back underneath. Lift the back knee. Pause. Now bring that left knee. Press your left knee and your left shoulder into one another. And then start to lighten up through that left foot. Extend it to the sky. Now bend the knee. Bring that left knee to left tricep. Good. Shifting forward. Good. Left leg goes to the sky. And now we come across the body, taking that left knee to the right tricep. Shift forward. Again, left leg high. Take that left knee to left tricep. Good. Left leg high. Crossing the body. Take it to that right side. Beautiful. Left leg high. Pause. And release to your downward facing dog. Take a breath and reset. Beautiful work. From here, bending your knees, look between the hands, and step slowly towards the top of your space. You can keep the knees bent here, straighten the legs wherever you are. Coming into ragdoll, allowing the head to be nice and heavy. Just pause here. Letting the head relax and the shoulders relax. Stretching the legs. Go ahead and find a halfway lift as you release those arms. Let that bring you up to a standing position. Pause here. Bring the arms down by your sides. Just let the shoulders relax. Take a breath in and let it go. Making sure your feet are right underneath you. Standing strong and with intention, start to reach those arms out in front of you. Good. From here, we're going to spin the palms and take eagle arms. So crossing right arm underneath left and just finding this little bind here, letting the shoulder blades move away from each other. Good. From here, go ahead and lift the elbows, lift the gaze. And then start to bring those elbows down towards the chest as you bring your chin down. Good. Do that 2 more times. Just noticing what you feel and where you feel it. And coming back to center, go ahead and release those arms. This time, reach the arms up, bring palms to touch. Interlace the fingers and press the palms to the sky. Same thing we did seated. Go ahead and bring those arms out in front of you. Shrugging the shoulders, drop your chin. Move the shoulder blades away from each other, and then inhale, lift the chest. Let the shoulders lift. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Take the gaze with you. Stretch up, and then 1 more time. Rounding through the chest. And then inhale, lifting those arms, pressing the heart through. And release that. Good. Bring those arms back out in front of you, switching sides. Left arm crosses underneath right. And from here, same thing. You're going to lift the fingertips, lift the gaze, lift the elbows. Exhale, bringing chin towards chest. Draw those elbows in. Good. Do that a couple times. Try not to move the belly too much. We want to move right through the shoulder blades, right through that upper back. Do that 2 more times, keeping those arms bound, noticing what you feel. And then coming back to your center, pause, and then release those arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace those fingers, pause here. From here, take a side body stretch to the right. Letting those hips move to the left, and then switching sides. Good. Coming back to center and fold over those legs. Good. Continuing to warm the body. Take a halfway lift here. Plant your palms and step back to your plank. Good. From here, coming halfway down. Shoulders in line with those elbows. And then inhale, lifting up for upward facing dog. Shoulder blades onto the back. Press through the heels of those hands. And then exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. We start to build. Right leg goes to the sky. Good. Step wide to that runner's lunge. Pause. Taking that right shoulder right underneath that right leg. Palm comes flat. Lean forward. And then release. Dismantle. Reach that right leg up. Good. Pull knee to right tricep. Get up to that armpit if you can. And then reach the right leg up. Inhale. Crossing the body to that left tricep. Shift forward and then inhale. Right leg up. This time you're going to step through to a lunge, placing the foot between the hands. Pause. Good. Bring your back knee down, finding a stretch through that hip, and then inhale, bring your palms together out in front of you. Good. So you're going to shift forward into those hands. And then as you pull back, you're going to bend the elbows, shoulder blades come onto the back. And then you're going to lean forward, hands come to touch. And then elbows pull onto the back, or shoulder blades pull onto the back as you pull the elbows back. Staying heavy in that front foot. Let's do that again. Shift forward, palms touch. Shift back, shoulder blades onto the back. Good. 2 more. Good. Pull back. 1 more. Inhale. Pull back and pause. Now just take your arms in a goalpost position. Pick up your back knee. Good. Pause here. From here, we're going to close those elbows. Engage the chest. Bring the palms to touch out in front of you. Stay heavy in that front foot. And then opening those elbows. Close and open. Keeping those arms active. Feel those shoulder blades moving. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and goalpost those arms. Inhale, straighten your right leg as you move to an open straddle position over your left shoulder. Go ahead and spin those heels in, toes out, bending those knees. Pause. Good. Take those arms out in front of you like we did in the beginning of class, and then inhale, reach those arms up, sit a little deeper. Good. Exhale, you're going to straighten the legs, press the hands down, palms face the ground. Inhale, squat, palms touch. Exhale, open those arms, squeeze your butt. 3 more times. Good. Nice and slow, really getting into those legs and those hips. Continuing to move those arms. Good. Last one. And straighten those legs. Go ahead and spin the heels. Find a forward fold, stretching over those legs. Inhale, coming all the way back up. We pivot back to the front of the mat. into that high lunge shape. Go ahead and release those hands to the mat. Step back to your plank, coming halfway down. Good. Inhale, lifting up, shoulder blades onto the back. Exhale, pull back, pause. Take an inhale. Exhale, just reset, check in. Beautiful work. Take that left leg to the sky. Step wide to that runner's lunge. Pause. Bring that back knee down. Take that shoulder prep. Squeezing shoulder and calf into one another, dropping the chin. And then reset, dismantle. Pick up that back knee. Sweep the left leg high. Pulling that left knee to left tricep. Pause. Inhale, left toes to the sky. Crossing the body. Take it to that right tricep. Beautiful. Left leg to the sky. And here we pull it through to lunge, stepping that foot between the hands, setting it up, bringing that back knee down, setting up the legs first, and we'll take those arms forward. This time I want you to interlace the hands right on top of that left thigh. Just pause here. Good. Noticing that heaviness. Good, and then from here, extending those arms out, feel the hands pressing together. Good. From here, you're just going to inhale, reach those arms up. You're going to open the arms, spin them behind you. Good. Inhale, reach forward and extend those arms behind you. Just finding some big arm circles here, staying heavy in that front foot. Good. 2 more. Just creating some freedom with those shoulder blades. Last one. And then we'll come up, picking up that back knee, arms up overhead, high lunge. So good. Good. From here, bringing hands to heart. Pause. Good. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Coming over that right shoulder, hands to heart. Bringing those hands to the hips, heels in, toes out, coming into that squatting position. And now here, take the arms out to the side, but the palms are going to face up. We're going to draw those shoulder blades onto the back. And we're just going to pulse those arms up and down, keeping those shoulders nice and solid. 8, 7, 6. Imagine weights in the hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten those legs. Palms touch overhead. Good. Go ahead and spin the heels. Find a quick forward fold over those legs. And then inhale, coming all the way back up. And finding your way back to the front of your space, pivoting on that front foot, releasing the hands. Step back to your plank, coming halfway down. Good. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, pulling back. Pause. Take a breath in, lift the heels. Exhale, let the heels melt. Good. Let's do it again. Right leg reaches high. Step wide to that runner's lunge. Taking that hand to the outside, press, lean into it. And then coming back to your center, right leg to the sky. Right knee, right tricep, pause, feel it. And then right leg up. Crossing the body to that left tricep and right leg up. Stepping through, pause. Back knee comes down. This time just inhale, reach those arms up. Good. Open the arms, take one arm circle, and then let that second one bring you up to a high lunge. Pause. Good. Good. From here, just shift forward with the hands, and then straighten that leg as you come up over that left shoulder to that wide stance, hands to heart. Good. Heels in, toes out. Good. This time we're going to take eagle arms. Take right arm underneath left and just pause. Good. So shoulder blades plug in. We want to move the elbows to one side, staying in that squat position. And then move the elbows to the other side. Keep your gaze forward. Just notice what you feel, and then come back to center. We're going to shift back. So your hips are going to move back as you lean forward. Bring that upper body parallel, keeping those eagle arms. Press the knees out, and then reach your arms forward. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift. Good. Inhale, lift. Hips move back, upper body moves down. Inhale, lift. Last time, feel those legs. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, folding over the legs, pivot on those feet, pause. Walk your hands through the legs as if you were trying to drag your upper body through the legs. Get nice and wide and heavy through the shoulders and the head. Good. From there, coming on up and coming back into that goddess position. We switch sides. So left arm comes underneath right or right arm underneath left, whichever side you didn't do yet. And we're going to squat into those hips. Same thing. Just experiment, explore. Move those elbows to one side as you keep the gaze forward. Notice what has to happen. And then staying low on those hips. Start to come halfway down. As you squat, the hips move back. Reach those arms forward. Good. Lifting the chest onto the back. And then reaching forward as you shift. Good. Again, as you lift up, shoulder blades move onto the back. And then we shift forward. Those legs should be on fire. Last two. Good. Shifting forward. And last one. Good. Release that. Arms all the way up. And let that go. Good. Just shake that out. And then when you're ready, coming back up to that standing position, making our way back to the front of the mat, pivoting on the feet. Release those hands, step back to your plank, taking your vinyasa, coming halfway down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, pulling back, reset, take a breath. And let it go. Inhale, reach that left leg to the sky. Step wide to that runner's lunge and pause. Good, bringing that back knee down. Take that shoulder press. Create it. And then release, left hand comes underneath you, left leg to the sky. Left knee, left tricep, shift. Good, left leg up, inhale. Crossing that body, touch that right tricep. Beautiful, left leg high. Exhale, step it through to lunge. Back knee comes down. Inhale, we just reach up, take one arm circle. Take that second arm circle, let that bring you up to a high lunge, pause. Inhale, shift forward with those hands. Exhale, coming over that right side. Good, from here just take a forward fold, walking those hands through the legs once again, letting the head be nice and heavy. And then when you're ready, release that, coming all the way back up. And from here, taking the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, rolling the shoulder blades onto the back. If you feel good here, you can come back over. Otherwise, just stay in that chest expansion. Wherever you are, just pause, breathe. And then slowly release that when you're ready. Coming all the way back up as you inhale, palms touch, stretch up. And we just make our way back to the front of our space. Release those hands, step back and take your vinyasa. Lifting up, we meet in downward facing dog. Just pause. Take a breath in, lift the heels. Exhale, melt the heels, breathe. Good, from here, go ahead and release down to your knees, shifting those hips to one side. And coming into the seated position with the hands behind you. Fingertips are going to face towards the glutes if you can. If not, they can face out. Really getting into those triceps here. So the shoulders are going to move forward ever so slightly. Setting up the heels in line with the hips. And you don't want your hands too far back behind you. You want them pretty close to the glutes. So set it up. And then just push through the heels of your hands. Feel that energy lift the chest and then start to lift your hips. Just a few inches. Good. From here, we're going to bend the elbows, so letting the hips dip down towards the ground and then press up. It's not a huge movement. It's just these little tiny dips, feeling that right between the shoulder blades and into the backs of the arms. Good. Let's find 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on that last one, we're going to hold it up. This time, we're going to lift our hips. Coming into this reverse tabletop, you can start to spin the hands out so as not to tweak the shoulders. And if that's not available, that's okay. You can just simply sit down. From here, we're going to find a forward fold. Just shift forward. Let the shoulders move forward, stretching out those legs. Good. From here, go ahead and sit up. This time, we're going to bring the hands back behind us with the fingertips out, facing out behind you. So bring your hips in line with the heels. And again, pressing through the heels of the hands. Feel the chest lift. We're going to lift the hips. And then we're going to free up through that right hand. Pressing through the heel of that left hand. Just reach behind you. A reverse bridge of sorts. And then coming back to center. Don't let those hips touch the ground. Just switch sides. Lifting the hips. Reaching over that right shoulder. Again, hover those hips. And reach over that left shoulder. Hover those hips. Over that right shoulder. Working to get those hip bones in line with the knees. Work on not letting those knees go past the ankles. Try to lift the hips up instead of forward. Good. Let's find one more each side with the breath. Take your gaze with you. When you feel balanced, go ahead and come back to center. Bring the backside onto the mat. And pulling those knees into your chest. Beautiful work. From here, release your feet. Go ahead and roll out those wrists in one direction and the other. Notice the difference. And then go ahead and interlace those fingers, pressing your palms up overhead. Stretch through the shoulders. Take a full body stretch. And then wrap those hands around that right knee. Pull that right knee in. Pause. Good. Guiding that right knee across the body. Cactus or goalpost that right arm. Just take an inhale into that right side. And exhale. Good. Inhale, coming back to center. And we just switch sides. Pull that left knee in. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, just guiding it across the right side of the body. Letting everything settle. Noticing the difference. Coming back to the breath. Back to this body. Good. Coming back to your center. Go ahead and pull both knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead into your knees. Feel the entire backside get nice and full with your breath. Take an inhale. Right between the shoulder blades. Good. And then when you're ready, finding that moment of stillness, just to let everything absorb. Taking your time and just breathe here for a moment. Giving your weight to the mat. Allowing yourself to just simply be with the breath for just another moment. Noticing the differences in your body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Letting everything come back to its neutral, balanced state. Good. When you're ready, inhale, pressing your palms up overhead once again, taking that full body stretch and pointing the toes, and just making that transition back up to a seat. Rolling onto one side or simply rocking up, coming with the legs crossed or on the knees, and just sealing in our practice, bringing the hands together in front of your heart. Just bring your chin down towards your chest. As always, we honor ourselves first and foremost for showing up, for taking the time, for carving out the space. And you get to take this energy with you. Take it with you the rest of your day, the rest of your week, wherever you are in the world. Bringing your thumbs to your forehead. Take an inhale and lift the gaze. Finding gratitude here for whatever it is we're grateful for today. And with that gratitude, we bow to this practice. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me for day 3. We'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Ciao. Thank you so much for joining me in today's session. Remember, if you liked this session, give it that thumbs up, comment, share with your friends. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my latest videos. And I've just launched my YouTube membership program. For one low monthly fee, you will get access to longer classes, more content, live streaming, and much more. Hope to see you soon.